the law, and Section 30 and Section 60 of the Bank of Ghana Amendment are described in this matter. We can only point to support government expenditure using 5% of previous year's revenue as the budget. Unfortunately, the governor did 7.2% of GDP, representing about 30% of previous year's revenue. So he has not just breached it lightly, but you can see that he deliberately did this. What I can say is that it's only the Attorney General who has the power to prosecute someone who breaches the law. So it's not in the bosom of Parliament to prosecute. What we can only do as members of Parliament is to call him before us. But unfortunately, the crime has been, of course, already. He has already destroyed our livelihood. In fact, the act, this singular act of printing 7.2% of GDP in 1 year in terms of revenue has pushed, according to the World Bank, 850,000 Ghanaians into the poverty line. It has not only done that. If you are to go further and drill down the numbers, you will notice that this singular act has also moved a number of Ghanaians from middle income to low income. And certain rich people have now become middle income. So the governor has messed us up big time. He has imposed an illegal inflation tax on the people. Inflation is a tax. It is an illegal tax because it does not have legislation. The governor has imposed an illegal inflation tax on the people of Ghana. That is why today when you go to the market, things that you used to buy it 1 cedi, the next day you go in and you will notice that you are buying it at 5 Ghana cedis. Clearly, this takes away your disposable income and push you further line in poverty line. This is what the governor has done. We can't continue to allow these things to happen. What we are seeking to do now is to secure our country. He should first leave the scene because he has shown that he cannot stand firm for the people of Ghana. We've seen examples in other countries. We saw what Beneke did in the United States. But what we are seeing here now is that we have seen a governor who has turned himself into a printer. He now owns a printing press. All what he does is to print money. We can't stand that. So we are asking him to leave, and he should leave now. And when he leaves, eventually we'll get a good governor. First of all, the first thing we are seeking to do now is to get him to stop the printing. Stop what he's doing, and then bring someone in, and let that person be aware that that predecessor lost his job because he failed to adhere to the Bank of Ghana Act. And that is the reason why we are letting him go. And finally, on the issue of what we have done, why we are calling on the governor. I don't think there's nothing else we can do. Simple put, the governor must go. We have stated here today that we have given him 21 days as the main opposition party for him to pack his bags and leave that sacred place called Bank of Ghana. He should leave. 21 days because we think as a governor he will need at least 3 weeks to hand over properly. So we are being charitable. We're giving him 21 days. He should immediately pack his bag, write his handing over, and leave the central bank. If he fails to leave the central bank, we are urging you all, the media, fellow countrymen and women, NDC, even MPP, they should join us. Let us occupy the central bank and ask the governor to leave the scene because he can't continue staying there. He has shown that he's incompetent, he doesn't care about the livelihood of the central bank because clearly he has failed on the constitutional mandate of price stability. He single-handedly, working with his deputies, has run the central bank down. As if that is not enough, knowing that the central bank has collapsed, he has further gone out there to decide that he's going to build head office worth 3 billion Ghana cedis, 250 million US dollars at this critical time. So clearly, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. We all know what he has done. We saw how he has mismanaged our resources. Bank of Ghana's resources. I don't think he will manage his business the way he has managed. So our friends from the media, it's clear that the central bank governor must go, and he will have to go now. 21 days start taking today. We should go. So help us in counting. In fact, Sami, you have to assist us to do the countdown. We have to count down when the government